Hi everyone. Over the past week, we've seen 38 members of the Irish government go to over 40 countries and 90 cities, all at our expense. What has become the annual St. Patrick Junket Fest. Of course, we've seen the high profile visits of Micheál Martin to Washington, D.C., and also Simon Harris to New York and Philadelphia. And their nose was not completely out of joint when Conor McGregor showed up at the White House yesterday on St. Patrick's Day to meet Donald Trump. But one of the visits that one of the Irish government ministers made hasn't got any media commentary, and it is important because I've been having a look at where Paschal Donohoe has been over the past number of days. Paschal Donohoe is the Ireland's finance minister, and he's also the head of the Eurogroup, which is the chief and chair of the finance ministers of the EU 27. Now, Paschal Donohoe spent some time in Germany over the past number of days, was in Frankfurt, and also was in Berlin. Now let's see what Pascal was up to when he was in Berlin and Frankfurt. Of course, in Frankfurt, that is where the offices of the European Central Bank were. When he was in Frankfurt as well, he met with Christine Lagarde. He also met with van der Leyen for a period of time. And last week, we remember the picture with Antonio Costa as well in the video we did last week on the drive towards digital currency. Now, Paschal Donohoe gave a number of speeches, which I want to go into in a little bit of detail in the next couple of minutes. And also, what's important, you need to watch this. It's vitally important, and it really displays the contempt that Paschal, the rascal, has for ordinary people in Ireland. And it really shows you how they act when they're abroad and overseas compared to when they're here. Now, he met a man by the name of Georg Kulkes. He's currently the German finance minister and a fully signed up member of the World Economic Forum. Now, this man is part of Olaf Scholz's government, and of course, Scholz's government is still going to be part of the new coalition moving forward, headed up by Friedrich Merz, who is the ex BlackRock guy, pushing more war and pushing the rearmament Europe and to rearm the German army as well. And we all know where that ended up before, where we saw a German military powerhouse. But of course, this man is a fully signed up member of the Brussels elites as well. Now, he's has been pushing this European pillar of NATO. He said it's important now to rip up the European fiscal rulebook because they need to start creating weapons and building war machines. That is the push towards the military industrial complex and to profit the very rich in society at all at our expense. And they're going to cut social and public services to facilitate this. And of course, he has been speaking about more tax incentives for the wealthy and talking about cutting red tape in terms of bureaucracy. So the Irish government are really echoing all this sentiment as well when they're overseas and on their lapdog behaviour when they turn up in Brussels. Now, what was really interesting was Donohoe's speech. Donohoe met with this man Cookies, but afterwards he went to Berlin when he gave a speech and he spoke about the future of Europe. And he said, we have to understand today to shape tomorrow. Now, sounds great in principle, but let's see what happens when he developed on with this conversation. He also spoke about the polarization of Europe at the moment, of course, due to their neoliberal policies, I'm sure, and because of the immigration chaos and many more crises created by their policies, Pascal, but he won't say that. And he said they have to reappraise their transatlantic relations. And he also said that it's important to move towards the, wait for it, the green digital transition towards defence security of Europe. There we have it. And he also said that he needs to move towards the digital currency. And this is very important because he said democracy needs defending. This is where they're jailing journalists, for instance, and banning opposition in Ukraine and so forth as well. And he was pushing this agenda during this speech as well. He said values need defending. Not Pascal Donohoe's values, tax breaks for the rich, more of a transfer of wealth towards the very rich in society and make more of a hell of their neoliberal policies. And he also said that stability is important in Germany, and Germany are going to be not just a European leader, but a global leader. Well done, Pascal. Stand up for the interests of Germany now, Pascal, as they remilitarize and move towards a war with Russia. Now, also, he said that the Rearm Europe plan is good because he said bold decisions are needed when necessary. Here you go, Paschal Donohoe, the warmonger. And of course, he's been pushing this movement around the centre held in the Irish elections. Lunacy. But Pascal is more of the same. So Pascal was pushing this agenda as well. But what was important with this, really at the helm of it, is the drive towards digital currency. Now, this is important because I've already did a video to say that, like, Art has spoken about this, that they want this kick-started now coming October 2025 over the next few months to move towards digital currency and get it rolled out into businesses and to use of people as well. Now, this is part of the agenda towards the European Union, the globalist agenda as well, and what Paschal Donohoe was fully signed up to. Now, Paschal spoke about this openly, but of course, when he came back to Ireland, it wouldn't be discussed. Forget about it. And this is what's really frightening in terms of the lack of discussion around what Paschal Donohoe's doing when he's on overseas, inverted commas, missions for his globalist bosses. He doesn't represent the people of Ireland. He's no interest in serving the people of Ireland. He's no interest in democracy. Democracy needs defending, but from people like Paschal Donohoe. Democracy needs defending from people like the political elites in Ireland. And the values need defending from people like them as well. We need to put democracy at the heart of decisions. That starts from the ground up in Ireland, where we have a say in the policy of the state, which is enshrined in the Irish Constitution. But of course, it's what the Irish political leaders ignore every day of the week. So please share this video far and wide, because it's important to get out there that Paschal Donohoe's doing when he's overseas and what the Irish government and Irish media aren't even talking about, or opposition aren't even mentioning. So it's important to talk about these issues, see what he's doing when he's in these overseas trips, and all at our expense, of course. So thanks for supporting my videos, and please press subscribe and a thumbs up to this video too as well. So take care. Slán.